Okay, let's be real. December is the month when a lot of people just clock out financially. The calendar hits the holidays and suddenly I'll start over in January. But here's the thing, that fresh start mindset is actually what keeps you in the same financial loop. You're not starting fresh every year. You're restarting from the same spot. That's not progress. That is a clear pattern. See, people treat December like it's a financial grace period. They spend like it's vacation, plan like it's optional, and then they wonder why January feels a little tight. Let me tell you right now, there's no such thing as financial limbo. Your money is always moving. Either it's moving toward control or it's moving away from it. And if you're not telling it where to go, it's wandering off like an unsupervised toddler. We're struggling with intention. The money's coming in, it's just not being told what to do once it gets there. And that's a systems issue. I used to think I had a spending problem. What I really had was a structure problem. I'd pay the bills, feel caught up, and then soon after be asking myself where the money went. No emergencies, no surprises, just unassigned dollars doing exactly what unassigned dollars do, and that's disappear. That's why this end of the year audit matters. It's not about cutting everything fun or starting from scratch. It's about getting brutally honest about what's working, what's wasting, and what's ready for an upgrade. Think of it like your financial performance review, the strategic kind. When you know where your money actually went this year, you can decide where it's going next year on purpose. And let's be clear, this is about direction and not restriction. This is where you stop moving out of habit and start moving with authority. The person you're becoming next year doesn't start planning in January. They start now. And let me add this, December doesn't have to drain you. It can define you. This is the perfect month to sit down with your numbers, your goals, and your truth, because when you start seeing your money clearly before the new year begins, you walk into January from a position of power. All right, so let's get into the real work, your end of the year money audit. You're about to find out exactly where your money's working and where it's been wasting your time. Most people need better systems for the money that they already have. So grab a notebook, open your bank app, let's go line by line. Before we start, just take a breath. If you've avoided looking at your accounts for months, that is okay. You're doing it now, and that's what matters. Think of this like cleaning out a closet. You can't organize what you refuse to open. So step one, check your cash flow, the real story. Here's where you start. Pull up the last 3 months of spending. That's your real lifestyle average. Ask a few questions. What expenses actually support my life? What expenses built nothing? What patterns keep repeating and why? You'll start to see it pretty fast. The takeout orders that became habits, the I deserve it splurges that didn't even make you happy, the automatic charges that you forgot existed. This part is about awareness. When I started doing this, I realized I didn't need to stop spending. I just needed to stop unconscious spending. So as you go through your bank statements, mark what stays, what goes, and what needs some structure to it. That's your fix, keep, upgrade list. Simple and effective. And when you start seeing your numbers clearly, it's like flipping the lights on a room that you thought was a complete mess. It's not as bad as it felt in your head. It's just been ignored for way too long. Once you face it, you can finally fix it. Step two, fix those leaks. Stop the silent drains. Let's fix what's been quietly robbing you all year. Subscriptions, random charges, emotional purchases that snuck in under the I'll deal with it later umbrella. Later is now. It's now. Cancel what doesn't serve you today. Not next week, not after one more episode. You can always resubscribe when it makes sense. Then take a look at your categories. Where are you bleeding the most? If eating out is eating your income, it's time for some structure. Set up what I call an indulgence fund. Make it part of the wants category in your spending plan. Determine a set amount that covers your dinners, brunches, or that weekly I need to get out of the house type meal. That's money for enjoyment with intention. You can enjoy your life and still manage it well. Structure doesn't restrict you, it supports you. When your money has direction, your decisions feel lighter. And listen, the goal isn't to cut out what you enjoy, it's to make sure joy doesn't cost you stability. Because freedom doesn't mean doing whatever, it means doing what works long term. Step three, keep the systems that actually work. Now, before you throw everything out, just pause for a sec. There are things you did right this year. Don't mess with those. If you automated your bills, keep it. If you've been staying consistent with your bill schedule, keep that. If you've been separating accounts for different goals, absolutely keep that. Don't reset what's already working for you. This is where people tend to kind of mess it up. They kind of want to start over fresh every year. They start over instead of building on what's already stable. You don't need to reinvent the system, just refine it. Consistency beats motivation every single time. So keep the structure that is serving you. Tighten it, strengthen it, automate it, then move on. And if something feels messy, that's okay. Messy systems can be fixed. Abandoned ones cannot. Keep tweaking until your system feels natural to you, not forced. Because financial success isn't about perfection, it's about predictability. Step 4, upgrade your wealth moves. Now let's talk upgrades. And no, I don't mean doing more, I mean doing better. If you've been saving, it's time to start investing. If you've been budgeting, it's time to start automating. If you've been surviving, it's time to start building. Focus on these funds, the foundation for financial leadership. Momentum money is your first $500 saved, proof that you can build. It goes into your stability fund, which you're going to build to 3 to 6 months of expenses, your base layer of strength. Your freedom fund is your walk-away money. It's options, not fear. Every dollar you make should know where it belongs. Upgrading your system doesn't always mean earning more, but we'll take it. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes it means maximizing what you already have. Small tweaks compound fast, and when your habits align with your goals, that's when momentum turns into wealth. Step 5, set your 90-day wealth targets. Forget 12-month resolutions. We're working in 90-day sprints. Focus, realistic, and powerful. Here's what to set. One financial fix. Maybe it's automating your savings or paying off a small debt in those 90 days. One system upgrade, like using auto investing or creating or funding your stability fund. One lifestyle alignment, a small shift that matches the woman you're becoming, not the habits you're outgrowing. Keep these 3 visible on your phone, your mirror, your planner, because out of sight does mean out of system. This next year isn't about more discipline, it's about better design. You're not forcing control, you're creating confidence. And when you build your 90-day focus around structure, you'll start stacking wins without feeling burned out. The small progress adds up faster than you think. All right, so let me say this. Don't overcomplicate it. You're not building a corporate budget. You're building a personal structure that lets you live without stress. You don't need every detail perfect. You just need momentum and motion. Once your system is set, you're not chasing control. You now own it. And that's where the peace comes from. Remember, wealth starts with rhythm, not restriction. If you can repeat it, you can scale it. Here's what I've learned. You don't need to rebuild your entire life to feel in control of your money. You just need to master the one you already have. See, most people think financial growth means doing more tracking, more goals, more discipline. But real progress is about refinement. Doing less, but doing it better. You're not starting over, you're upgrading. You're not behind, you're becoming more intentional. Because the truth is, you've already built the foundation. Now it's about running it like the boss that you are. And let me be clear, mastery doesn't mean you never make a mistake. It means you recover faster, smarter, and stronger each and every time. That's the part no one ever talks about. No one ever says that. It's not about avoiding mistakes, it's about learning how to move through them without losing your momentum. When you shift from maintenance to mastery, everything feels different. You stop asking, how do I keep up? And start saying, how do I make this move for me? That's the mindset difference between managing money and leading it. Managing is about staying afloat. Leading is about steering the ship. And you can't lead your money if you're scared to look at it. You can't do it. The people who win with money aren't the ones who never mess up. They're the ones who pay attention. They adjust early and they refine quickly. They act with intention. That's the work. That's the mastery. Leadership doesn't start when your numbers look good. It starts when you show up for your money even when it's uncomfortable. When you decide to be consistent even when you'd rather avoid it. That's the kind of energy that builds a legacy, not just savings. You don't need more motivation, you need structure that moves, systems that support your life, not control it. Once you see money as a system instead of a stressor, it stops running your life. You stop chasing control, you start creating it. That's when wealth becomes a rhythm, not a struggle. And once that rhythm clicks, it's hard to go back. You start walking different, you start spending different because it's no longer about proving you have it. It's about knowing you manage it. That's power. So here's your money era assignment. Before January hits, finish your audit. Fix what's draining you, keep what's working, upgrade what's outdated, because the version of you walking into next year, she's not playing defense anymore. She is running the offense. And every play she calls comes with confidence, no panic, no hesitation, just strategy in motion. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And if you're ready to start building or refining the systems that fit your life, grab my free Your Money Era Starter Guide. The link is in the description. It'll help you set up the kind of structure that keeps you in control, not constantly catching up. You've done enough starting over. Now it's time to sustain, to master. Your system doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be yours. So stop waiting for January to become her. Start leading like her now. You're not waiting for your money era because you're already in it.